Hello, fellow collectors. Today we're going to be talking about Marvel Legends series Days of Future Past, Sentinel with Wolverine. So here we see this big old box, and if I take out my tape measure, we see this big old box is coming in at 21 inches tall. So here we see an image of a Sentinel coming through a wall after Wolverine. If we open up the box, we can actually see the Sentinel, the Wolverine. And on this side, we can see a little bit of the comic book. Very, very cool. Pull it in a little bit closer so you can read it. There's that part, and you can read that part. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit, or pick it up and pull it in, and then you can see this one also. All right, so on the back we have the Wolverine on top of the Sentinel. These are actual product shots, it looks like, and we see in this dystopian future, commanded by an army of ruthless Sentinels, humanity's only hope is the X-Men, if they can survive. So on this side, we just see X-Men Days of Future Past. I know you couldn't see it, but I could. So if I bring out my scale and I turn it on, I see that this sucker weighs 5 pounds, 5.8 ounces. So let's get it out of the box and off of the scale. Okay, now that I got him out of the box, this is an electronic toy. You can push the button.
Power failure in 5, 4, 3.
Okay, now that he's had his power failure, we can take a look at the Wolverine that comes with him. Here we have the Wolverine and his leather-bound jacket. Is a very nice touch. Now this story was before the Old Man Logan's story, so if you're wondering, yes, this is what Logan looked like in the future back in the early days of the X-Men. Now you'll notice this Wolverine has a pistol. He did have a pistol in the comic books. He never used it. He has a claw, but you never know. So this Wolverine can look up, look down, look right and left. He has a nice T-bend. Arms go around, bicep swivel, double bend in the elbow, wrist on a hinged peg. Hands can move up and down, round and round. And as far as ab crunch goes, he does have this ab crunch here. So he can get pretty good back, even though he has the jacket on, and pretty good forward. He has a waist bend. Can do this much of a split, forward and back. Thigh swivel, double bend in the knee, a hinged ankle pivot, and rotates around. Has peg holes on each foot. Now the Wolverine comes with not only the gun, but 2 extra hands. Here they are. Now if we look at the Sentinel, you could say, oh yes, I've seen that Sentinel before, right? I think I've seen it before. And you would be right. If we look at and buy the other Sentinel from the San Diego Comic-Con, we see it as just an updated version, painted a little different than this, but they also have the same settings. You'll notice the eyes are also a little different, so they updated the head.
X-Men must be dead.
So they have the same voice box, same settings, and everything like that. So if we look at the Sentinel, and I just wanted to show this while I've do it. It's a little bit of the comic book we can see from the good old days of the X-Men. So it's a nice touch to have that on your background. Now his hands and arms do rotate out. We look at the arm here, and we get a pretty good T-pose. You just have to work it right out of the box. He has a bicep swivel, a double bend in the elbow. His wrist rotates around here at the glove, and he also has a ball jointed hinge, so he can move that wrist also. Just have to worky. All right. As far as his heads go, it can move up and down a little bit. You can see here, you just have to work it a little bit. Well, I can move it left and right. This one doesn't do it like the other one does. And well, probably save you some money. You never know. His arm is being a little stiffy. All right. As far as ab crunch goes, this guy has just a little bit of one. Not much, because it makes it seem like that. But he does have waist swivel. Does a pretty good split for something this size. See, there we go. Forward and back movement, you can get pretty good there. Now he does have an upper thigh swivel, a double bend in the knee, see here, and his ankles are on that hinge ball joint, so you get a little bit of rotation forward and back. Now he has no peg holes for stands, because what kind of stand would hold this guy? All right, let's get a height measurement for this guy in Wolverine. For the Sentinel itself, this one's coming in right at 16 inches. And the Wolverine is coming in right at 6 inches too. A little bit shorter than the normal Marvel Legend figures. We can see here the Giant Man is just a little bit taller than he is, which should be, because Wolverine is just a little bit shorter than everyone else. Now, as far as batteries go, we can see here from the instructions, we pop off the back, put them in there, and also talks about a little bit of words. So yeah, that's it. So you pop off these sections here. Battery is located in the back. So if I do this, you can see here, there's the battery compartment here. And you just take a screwdriver, pop it out, and there you go. Then you just simply push it all back together to get it all nice and settled. So if you're looking for this guy, he still is on Amazon. A little pricey, but if you're after something smaller than a HasLab version, this is a good alternative. I actually got one for 1/3 of the price on eBay. Got lucky. It just slipped by everybody's radar, evidently. So, like I say, shop around, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.